Now we are going to see the function calling. So in program, sometimes we need to call the function or call the specific calculation or specific uh, things to run repeatedly. So we can't write that logic every time. So for that purpose, we can create a function. So likewise here, so we are writing the standard input header, and then we are declaring some add function. So which means that void. So void means it will not return anything. Which means inside the function it will not return anything. So it will do all the process inside the function. So that function name is add. So what are the things we are going to pass is that two integer variables, one is a and another one is b. So that whatever you are going to use the function inside the program, you have to declare it first. Then we are declaring that function with the what the function has to do. So same as same variable name, type void type, which will not return anything, and the name, and what are the variables you are going to pass and do the functions. So int sum a integer. So again we are declaring another variable, and that variable name is sum, and we are just adding a plus b, and we are directly printing that the sum is percentage d and sum we are printing. So inside integer main, we are declaring variable integer number one is 10 and comma number two is 5. So we declare two constant variables, then we are calling that function. So this is called the function call. So add number one, number two. So this function will call. So in the inside this function we are passing the first variable number one and second variable is number two. So when this function hit in the compiler, so it is directly going to the seventh line. So this is the add function. So int a, so in the inside that int a, the first variable will be stored in the a and second variable will store in the b. Then it will do the process, then it will print again, the compiler will come here. So this is how the function calling will work. We run the program. So as you can see, the sum is 15. So again, if you want to do the same, but now you change the variable. So again you are calling the same function. So now you run. So as you can see, this function is calling, and now the value number one and number two, it is printing. So again we are calling the same function with the different values. So again this function is calling. So every time you don't need to write printf and these values again. So this is a very small logic. So when it comes to the real-time program, this function may do many things like many operation, kind of sensor reading, or after reading, if you want to do some calculation or if you want to store that, so that will do. So this is the basic function how to do that. Actually this function calling is called as a non-returned function. So if you want to return some values,